Benefits Britain has never been bigger. Today, more people than ever before depend on the welfare state.
I am not getting off of benefits. That is just as simple as that.
For some, it's a way of life.
Yeah, going to Cuba. That was my dream.
I've got a big television. I've got my games consoles. You know, why shouldn't we have them?
For others, it's nothing more than a poverty trap.
6p. Don't think that's going to work.
But the system is changing.
Get a job or we'll sanction your money. You ain't no jobs.
The bedroom tax,
Part of the government's new plan to make us all skin.
slashing payments,
We're going to get done.
The first time in my life I have to actually pay rent.
and other tough welfare reforms all mean it's getting harder than ever to live off the state.
Imagine what's going through my head.
But what do you do if you live in a place where jobs are few and far between?
Everything is shut, everything is dead. There's nothing you can do around it.
And finding work is an uphill battle.
Foreigners are doing it maybe £1.50 cheaper. Why don't they give me a job so I can earn money for myself, so I don't have to live in poverty?
Great Yarmouth, a seaside town where the local population relies heavily on tourism for jobs. But out of season, this is a benefit hotspot, with 1 in 5 adults signing on.
Lee, put the fag out and deal with your daughter.
Meet teenage mum Leona, 3-month-old baby Portia, and unemployed dad Lee. Since Portia's birth, they've been able to claim £300 a fortnight in benefits, but that's just been slashed by nearly half, without any explanation.
Can you imagine what's going through my head?
Can't they?
Oh, you know something? Go yourself.
I'll stop stressing, man.
I'll stop stressing when you understand what's going on, mate.
This morning, they've got an emergency appointment down at the job centre to sort their claim, but they're running late.
We're pushing it fine.
And that could land them in more trouble.
No, don't worry about the jobs. I couldn't give up the shot. This house is doing my head in.
If it didn't look like such a shithole anyway, I would clean it up a lot more.
If they don't get a move on, Lee and Leona could lose even more benefits. Under strict new job centre rules, anyone arriving late for an appointment risks having their payments cut or stopped altogether.
What, we're going down the alleyway? Yeah. That's skanky down here, Lee. Oh, Portia's going to get bubbled everywhere.
In Benefits Britain, sanctioning is on the rise.
That's it, babe.
Dirty bastard.
Since new rules were introduced in 2012, over 1 million people have had their money stopped, either for refusing to work, quitting a job or signing on late.
What time's our appointment?
10 to. 10 minutes ago. We're going to get done. I'll go mad.
But today, luck is on their side. This morning, the job centre is also running late.
It's closed. Come on then. We've got to be quick, because look at all these people. We need to get in and we need to get his money.
Lee and Leona aren't the only ones in Yarmouth battling the new super strict benefit system.
The toilet's right here, idiot.
20-year-old Jordan is still smarting from his latest run-in with the job centre.
I've got sanctions here, so I kind of hate this building now. Given the choice, I'll never set foot in here again, but I kind of don't have that luxury of choosing, to be honest. It's either this or nothing.
Jordan's benefits have been halved to just £34 a week after the job centre found out he hadn't shown up for a government work programme.
A company rang up the job centre and told them that I never showed up. There was a whole 2 weeks period where I didn't even ring them and let them know I wasn't coming. The last one I can agree with. And they told me that I've been sanctioned. I was like, oh. It's one of them things that you never think could happen to you.
Jordan will be under sanction for the next 2 months, and with no real job prospects, he'll have to rely on his flatmates Daniel and Luke.
Ever since I come to Yarmouth, my brain cells have slowly run out the side of my ears when I sleep.
Trouble is, they're living off benefits too, so everyone is skint.
The meals for the next few days will consist of toast or sandwiches.
When I was a little kid, I imagined I'd be a professional footballer by now. I thought I'd be on like £250,000 a week. I'd pay other people to go do my shopping for me.
But Jordan's got a plan.
Sit on my face, you bastard.
Instead of looking for work, he's applying for a job centre loan, £1,500. That's roughly 6 months' dole money.
Oh no, the account number, never mind.
Loans are supposed to be available for people in extreme need through no fault of their own, but sanctioned Jordan still thinks he's in with a chance.
You can ask for it if you need help with the rent in advance or removal expenses to secure fresh accommodation. Don't need that. Travelling expenses when in the UK, I don't need that. Improvement, maintenance and security of the home, don't need that, that's a landlord's problem. They're not exactly the easiest thing to fill out.
But thankfully, a tinny and the Xbox aren't nearly so taxing.
I got 200! I'm well happy with myself.
Back at the job centre, teenage mum Leona is still trying to sort out her missing money.
I'm sorry, but I've just sat there for the last half hour filling out a piece of paper that don't really mean nothing.
Leona appears to have fallen foul of new job centre regulations. Her benefits have been stopped for not filling in the right forms. Until that's resolved, they've got to make baby Portia's £90 a week benefits stretch 3 ways.
Which ain't fair because her money was supposed to be going on a brand new buggy today. So we're going to have to go somewhere and get her a second-hand one.
For teenage mum Leona, this is the latest in a long run of problems with the job centre.
I was pregnant first time when I first went in. I was like 8 weeks gone. Tried to sign on, they wouldn't deal with me because I was 17. Tried to get some sort of money, they wouldn't deal with me. I didn't have nowhere to live, didn't have no money coming in. And to their knowledge, I was a pregnant bird that didn't have nobody giving her any money or nothing. She's going to have it easier than I did, I'm going to make sure of that. She's going to have a lovely, lovely, lovely life. And if things go bad, then I'll make it better for her.
But a better life doesn't look as if it's coming anytime soon. Dad Lee has only had one job in the last 6 years.
Are these your fags?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nicking one.
And until this crisis is sorted, the family will have to manage on less than £13 a day.
I'm freezing out there, dude. Oh.
20-year-old Jordan has been sanctioned by the job centre. His dole money has been halved to just £34 a week. He hasn't applied for any jobs, but he has asked the job centre for a £1,500 loan.
Luke! Object to me.
Object, yeah?
Yeah. Because I got put on sanction, didn't I?
Life is definitely not what I thought it'd be. I had dreams of going abroad, enjoying myself, having fun, calling up my mates one weekend, we're going to go for a poker night. Now I have to plan like 3 months ahead and make sure that I've saved enough money for a £10 game of poker.
With 2 months to go until his sanction is lifted, super skint Jordan's got less than £5 a day to live off.
There's a shop down here, they sell cheap fags. They didn't have any of our normal ones, so I had to get these ones. They're cheap fags and they taste horrible, but I'd rather spend £2.80 on a pack of fags from there than a packet of fags from a shop or something.
He may be able to get dodgy half-price fags, but Jordan's benefit lifestyle is beginning to lose its appeal.
I'm fed up of living on benefits. I don't want to be sat here with a bottle of cider every day, drinking myself to death.
If I was skin, I'd rather die than sit on a bench drinking scud for the rest of my life.
I do look at some people and think, oh, it's probably not his fault he's that way sort of thing, but some people choose that life and I don't want to live like that. I need a job. I need to start paying more attention to life.
With 11% of under 25s in the town unemployed, being young in Great Yarmouth is no joke. And 21-year-old Thomas's past hasn't made things any easier for him.
Unfortunately, I have got a criminal past, and I do find it difficult to get a job because of it. I want a job, and I will do anything to get a job.
That might be hard to come by because Thomas has been to prison 4 times already. But with a large dog, a fiancé and a 4-month-old baby to feed, he's getting creative with his CV to hide the gaps in his work history.
In a town like this, it is basically dog eat dog, and that everyone is going for the same job, so you need to make sure that you stand out from the rest, and little white lies every now and then don't hurt. I mean, sort of like, employers don't want to see massive gaps in unemployment, and that, so speak to your previous employer, just say to them, look, would you mind if I just said on my CV if I can extend the employment? 9 out of 10, they're like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Make sure you've got good references that are going to back you up. If you can't get that, get a friend to do it.
With no job to go to, Thomas spends a lot of time indoors training his husky, Bolt.
Woohoo! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! It's there, you can get it. I'm actually quite surprised he hasn't ripped it apart. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello, give a kiss. Good boy, enough.
Despite his childcare skills, Thomas wants to get out of the house and find seasonal work. But right now, the family's getting by on £145 a week in benefits.
Life on benefits is basically the lowest somebody can get. We have to beg and borrow. We are basically up shit streak without a paddle.
It's 2 months to go till the summer season starts in Great Yarmouth. With not enough jobs to go round, 1 in 5 adults will be stuck on the dole until the tourists return. This is 30-year-old Dean. Last season, he was lucky enough to get a job making pizzas in a caravan park.
Oh, I was going to make some banana cake.
Since then, he's got by on £135 a week in job seekers and housing benefit.
Mum, is this self or normal flour? That's self-raising, that's not good enough.
What do you want then?
Banana cake! You can't use self-raised. Oh, behave, Mum!
With no work, Dean's mostly round at Mum Donna's. She works part-time, but also gets benefits, and they really like her own.
They've only just literally properly sorted my money out middle of January. As to stand there, I'm like 250 in arrears.
Yeah, but your landlord's all right, isn't he?
Well, no, Mum. He's not. He's been on my case. You got to realise, in 2 weeks' time, I'm nearly £500 in arrears. But I can't do nothing. He can evict me. But if he evicts me, I'll just walk into a housing benefit and I'll just stop my housing benefit.
Did you know that your housing benefit is always a month behind?
Mum, I got the... OK, you think housing benefit's a month behind, yes?
I know, because when I went up there...
Let me finish. You're only a month behind until they pay you, and then you're square.
No, because mine's not square.
Well,
Dean, I got my letter...
So how comes I am still... How comes I didn't get that one more fortnight's money if you're saying we're a month behind?
Yeah, but then once it starts running over, at the end of that...
Mum, do you get paid fortnightly or monthly?
What do you mean?
Your money, when it gets paid into... Do you get paid
monthly?
Monthly, right. End of conversation. We're in 2 different kettle of fishes.
Dean's desperate to come off benefits and hopes he'll get his job back at the caravan park when the season starts up. But it's not just local competition he's up against. 9,000 migrant workers arrived in the area last year, all competing for contract jobs, and Dean has a lot to say about who should be first in the job queue.
Go for our jobs, speak our language. Don't expect interpreters to do it all for you. I would say you've got the Portuguese, you've got Polish, you've got the Latvians, then you've got the Turkish, then you've got the Nigerians. So I would say in Yarmouth you've got about 12 different races easily in Yarmouth. Well, that's not right. This is the sort of road you go down here and half the people that stand outside shops don't speak a word of English. Polish calf, just there. I'm not too sure, but that's Portuguese. That's a Nigerian haircut. That's Polish behind there. You've got the convenience store there. It's everywhere.
While Dean is hoping to work the summer season, things aren't so promising for Lee and Leona.
We know what makes Portia happy.
They're still living off baby Portia's 90 quid a week child benefit.
There you go. Look. Look. We're gonna give her morals. We're gonna make her have morals. We are. Because Mummy got morals. Stay. We haven't been shopping for me and Lee yet. She's cushed her. She's got her milk and nappies, her wipes. So she's sorted for the next few weeks. We're gonna be eating frozen veg and chips for a fortnight.
With no work on the horizon, Lee's found other things to keep him busy.
I've been looking at all the sites and everything and sent off quite a few CVs, just nothing. I don't do anything. I'll pick up dog shit to put food in my kid's belly, mate. I'll do anything. I don't have to fucking pimp out my body to survive, innit I? I have to be a pimp, innit I?
Nobody pays you, baby.
Lee isn't interested in seasonal work at the holiday parks. He wants a job in a garage. Trouble is, he hasn't got any qualifications.
I know my way around the car mechanically and I know my way around the bike mechanically, but you need all your certificates and shit like that to get into another job like that. And I'm not a school person. I've tried college, it lasted 6 weeks. I can't do college. I hate it.
I'm not very good.
While they wait for their benefits to come through, Lee's hoping to sell his new toy to raise some much-needed cash.
You okay? You alright?
Lee! I broke it.
When the summer season finally arrives, competition for work will be fierce. Only 1 in 3 people will come off the dole, leaving the rest to join the ranks of the long-term unemployed. People like benefits veterans Tracy and Gwen.
Goldfish? We'll have a goldfish if you want.
Have a fish tank. I won't mind a fish
I
tank.
Tracy was living on her own, but because she had a spare room, she was hit by the bedroom tax, and that cut her housing benefit, so it no longer covered her rent. Now she's moved and set up home with best mate Gwen, and their new rent is fully covered by benefits.
Cause dry house in here, you know, Gwen. Go on
It's
then.
your turn anyway. I'm always making.
Oi, you cheeky sod. Do you want to get up here with a roller? She's got some nerve, hasn't she, eh? I thought social housing, you had it for life. Not now you don't, because now they just kick you out. And that's how we ended up being here, weren't it?
The bedroom tax has affected up to 1,000 households in Great Yarmouth, but pensioners with spare rooms are exempt, something Gwen and Tracy find difficult to swallow.
What makes it worse is pensioners could stop in their houses.
Yeah, that I don't think is fair,
You know-
because why do pensioners get so much more privileges
And get a lot more money.
than everybody else?
Tracy's been on benefits for most of the past 25 years, but she doesn't think retired people deserve any extra help.
I mean, at the end of the day, I know you shouldn't have to, but if a pensioner is cold, they can always cover themselves up with a blanket or a quilt or something. You know, that just makes me so angry. And then when you hear them say, we fought in the war, you bloody well didn't fight in the war unless you're nearly bleeding 100.
I'm not saying don't go and have a game of bingo. Good luck to them. It gets them out. But to be there all the time and then to say that they can't afford to put
I think that's the
their
worst.
heating on, or
That's why they don't use no electric, because they're at the bingo all the time, aren't they?
"20-year-old jobless Jordan is still under sanction and he's now been living off his flatmate's benefits for a month.
We're running out of fags, we're running out of food, we're on the last pound of the gas and electric. If the lights suddenly go off, that's like the electric, gone.
The job centre are due to pay flatmate Daniel's benefit money into his bank account at midnight. But right now, the lads are down to their last pennies.
23 pence. Next door's got 8.47. We've got 23p.
There's not enough there. I've only counted £1 and there's not even enough there.
Oh look, there's a tenner in my lamp. I got my lamp. I went in there and there's a tenner. I was saving this for gas. But seeing as Daniel gets paid in a couple of hours, he can buy the gas.
It's nearly midnight and the lads are off to collect Daniel's benefits from the cash point.
Hopefully Daniel won't get stopped by the police this time, mate.
Yeah, I know. What seems to happen?
Yeah, it's just us, isn't it?
On the way, they decide to splash Jordan's last tenner on Yarmouth's finest kebabs.
Yeah, that's the last of the money.
Until I get paid.
Till he gets paid, then, yeah.
Without a penny to their name, everyone is depending on Daniel's 130 quid benefits payment.
That's disappointing. Supposed to get food for me and Jordan to last till Jordan gets paid on 6p. Don't think that's gonna work. But hey, I got £1 off Dove Sure Women. Yay.
In Great Yarmouth, the summer season is still 6 weeks away, but the holiday parks have just started their annual recruitment drives, offering a glimmer of hope to the town's jobless. It's 6:30 in the morning and Jordan is already up. Fed up of being skint, he's got himself a job interview for bar work at a caravan park. But being up this early is a first.
I've got to be there at 9. Well, let's say 1:45. And it's now fucking 7 in the morning. This is some horrible shit. I don't like this sort of fucking time. It's horrible. I've never actually had an interview, so I have no idea what I'm expecting here. Oh, you.
The holiday park is 7 miles away, so Jordan's left early to catch the Owley bus to make sure he's on time.
There we go. Great, now I've got to walk to fucking Yarmouth. I've got an hour and 20 minutes to get there now, and it's still like 7 miles down the fucking road.
21-year-old ex-car criminal Thomas is also up early, disturbed by an unwelcome visitor.
Tell him it's not paid by Monday. I will be moving items for furniture, public auction.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
He needs to get that paid.
Okay.
Thank you.
Was that the bailiff man by any chance?
Yes.
Which letter has he given me this time? It's Marston.
Alright, well luckily, because you ain't got no stuff, it's all signed over to me.
Yeah. £525 for something that wasn't even my poxy fault.
The bailiffs are after him for unpaid car tax, but Thomas thinks he's got the upper hand.
I've been refused entry or unable to contact you at the address, and I believe that you are willfully trying to avoid payment of this account. You should be aware that there exists a power under Section 4A of the Magistrates Court Act of 1980 to enable us to enter your property by force using locksmiths where required. Yeah, good luck, mate. I've signed everything over to Jodie. I technically own nothing in this flat apart from my clothes. And if he wants to try and get 500 nicker for my clothes, he'll be lucky to get 10p at a charity shop. Right, keys, lighter, CV. Right, love you.
Thank you.
Love you too. Behave yourself.
Thomas might think he's ahead of the bailiffs, but now he faces a more difficult challenge: to bag a seasonal job come the summer.
Right, see you in a bit. You go to prison, they're like, yeah, we can do this for you, we can do that for you. They send you out, they put you on benefits and no one's going to give you a job. So you're back to square one.
And that unless you're lucky enough to fall on your feet and find a job, and that you're screwed. You're just going to be stuck in that cycle of prison benefits, prison benefits, prison benefits.
5 weeks after resubmitting their claim to get their full benefits back, Dad Lee and teenage mum Leona have yet to receive their dole money. So they're still making do with baby Portia's 90 quid a week.
Everybody thinks that if you're a teenager, you have a baby, you're doing it for benefits in a council house. I want a family. You're all right, it weren't planned, but she's one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
They might not have received any cash, but the job centre has sent them a letter.
So this come this morning, saying that we're entitled to £156.75 a week. So instead of us being on £240 every 2 weeks, we'll be on £312.
With more benefits money finally on the way, there's light at the end of the tunnel for Lee and Leona and Portia, their little princess.
Tell him, if Princess Kate and Prince William are watching, I'm going to marry your son. She is. She's going to marry him. She's going to marry Prince George and she's going to be princess.
Fuck the royal family, man. Fuck them.
She's going to be a real princess,
What have they ever done for us?
Yes, but if Portia gets in charge, then we'll have some influence because we're her mummy and daddy.
Bing William, what?
We're her mummy and daddy, so we'll have some influence.
Whether we have influence or not, mate, she's going to be, a bright, intelligent young girl, mate. And she ain't going to be not like none of these fucking hood rats that's walking around at fucking 14, 15, big fucking pregnant. Shit ain't going to happen to her, mate, I'm telling you now.
Leona will be allowed to stay on benefits until Portia is 5, but the job centre is on Lee's back to find work. There could be as many as 3,000 tourism jobs around the corner, but Lee says there's nothing for him.
There's people like me out there that want to work and can't work. Do you know what I mean? Nothing at all around. Try looking. I'm out every morning looking for work. Come home, there's nothing. Just shit. Honest to God, it's shit up there.
Despite missing the bus, Jordan has finally arrived at the caravan park. It's a big recruitment day and he's starting to feel the pressure. This will be his first proper job interview.
I'm shitting it now because I'm seeing all these people drive in there in like suits and shit. And there's me in tracky bottoms and a fucking t-shirt. Right. Time to go in.
With not enough jobs to go around, first impressions are vital. Something Jordan seems to have overlooked.
So, while you were coming to me then for a bar job, what qualities do you think you could bring to this job role?
So I'm trying to think of the words now. I was smart, I was polite. I was never rude or anything, same thing, innit?
Do you enjoy working as part of the team?
Yeah, teamwork, skills. Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't quite know the words for it.
Can you explain to me then what you think great customer service is?
Being polite to the customers, showing you know what you're doing, dressing appropriately, getting orders correct, things like that, really.
Have you got any questions for me though?
I've got a list of questions I was going to ask at home. It was a long walk up here from Galston and I seem to have forgot every single question.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
See you later.
See you later. Cheers. Fucking hell. Shit. Well, I've never been so stressed in my life. Oh, that was something else, to be honest with you. I don't think I've got it. If I get a call back from them, I'll definitely come in smarter clothes.
Jordan's not the only one looking for work. Dean is hoping to strike it lucky and secure another stretch in the pizza kitchen. But getting any sort of work in Great Yarmouth is never easy, and Dean thinks he knows why.
About 8 years ago, there was loads of agencies work, but now they've all took the foreigners on because the foreigners are doing it too, maybe £1.50 cheaper.
They should have shut the floodgates years ago.
90% of them are all foreign workers. No one wants to turn the foreigners down because then the foreigners will play the racist card, as they always do. Yeah. Give it 10, 15 years, there's going to be a civil war.
While Dean's hacked off by the influx of migrant workers, half a mile down the road, Tracy's preoccupied with something else altogether. Having finished decorating her benefits house, she's turned her attention to the state of the street.
You come over here and it's even worse. See, nothing but rubbish. Just all thrown behind the bins, mattresses left down. They just don't bother to clean nothing up no more. It's just a mess. There's no pride in Yarmouth no more. You go beyond the seafront and that's horrendous. Holidaymakers are going to wander off the seafront into the back roads. And I bet you they get a shock when they do.
Tracy's been receiving various benefits most of her adult life, including some she really wasn't entitled to.
They reckon I owe £23,000. I got a letter to say I had to go to the job centre for an interview. So I went to the job centre, not really thinking anything of it, and then that's when they told me that I'd been defrauding them. I tried, that did actually go to court. I ended up in Crown Court in Ipswich over it. They said that I didn't inform them that my circumstances had changed. And I did on at least 3 occasions. I just thought, well, I must still be entitled to it. I tried to get phone records to prove that I'd found them, and obviously after that amount of time you couldn't get them. So I had no choice but to plead guilty, and I got 3 months suspended sentence, community service, and a year on probation. I remember the day I went to court and I was so convinced I was going to prison. I even took a bag with me with like clothes and toiletries,
yeah.
didn't I? I was convinced that I weren't coming home again. And the kids wanted to come, didn't they? And I wouldn't let them come. That was horrible. Sorry.
Back at Lee and Leona's, there's been a new addition to the family.
This little friend here, this, hello, say hello, this is Marlon. He's lovely, isn't he? He does smelly trumps, but he's lovely and I like him.
That's another mouth to feed.
Yeah, but that's all right, I like him. We were going to have another baby, so eventually we'll just have a Marley for now. About time, then when we eventually have another baby, we'll be working, so we'll be able to feed all of us.
Leona's benefits have finally been reinstated, but the last few weeks without cash have left them in debt, and now it's payback time.
Your debts every month. Council tax, mobile phone contracts, court fines, Wonga. If I give them £30 a month, all of them, then it'll come to 300. I mean, if we found a job, then we'd be cushy. If I could find a babysitter that'll look after Portia for a tenner a week, I'd be buzzing. I'd be able to work. But nobody out there is stupid enough to look after Portia for a tenner a week.
Even with half her benefits going on repayments and standing orders, Leona has no regrets about choosing motherhood over a job.
I love being a mum. I do. I love being a mum. She's a bit stressful at times, but she's a little person, isn't she? She's tiny. You don't like little tiny people. At 18, I still wanted... There were still things I'd not done that I wanted to do before having kids, but I can wait. While everybody else is waking up with a hangover, I'm waking up with sick on my shoulder. Or a poopy nappy. And it doesn't sound like fun to everybody else, but it is.
Whilst Dean waits to hear whether he's got his old job back, he's holed up with Mum Donna, who's convinced retail development is the answer to all Yarmouth's unemployment problems.
We have got a massive, what used to be the co-op. Why not turn it into a Primark? It'll give the locals jobs, but they won't be seasonal jobs because they'll be all year round.
You don't need fucking 3 floors to the size of that. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Look, at the end of the day, we want Primark, yeah, so we can get our clothes, yeah? Okay, fair enough, yeah? Well, you don't need to be as big as bloody Norwich and compete.
Why?
Because we don't.
Why not?
Because we don't.
Why not?
Because we don't.
That'd be an ideal place.
Too big.
No, it's not.
They'd be spending far too much money in that and they'd be losing money because it will be too big, too vastly big. You need to halve that.
Hold on a minute. You say it's too largely big. That's not as big as what the Primark is in Norwich.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. How many people are in Yarmouth? How many people would you say live in the Yarmouth area? Just the Yarmouth, just Yarmouth.
I don't know.
Yarmouth area. Let's just say 7,000-8,000, yeah? Yeah? Would you agree with that, yeah?
Yeah.
How many in Norwich? Do you think our fucking youths are going to go in there and buy the stuff? No, they ain't. Our youths shoplift in all the shops. You're going to get all the youths going in there with their prams, sticking their fucking clothes under...
Yeah,
No, let me finish. Sticking their clothes underneath the prams and all stuff. It's not going to work.
Skin and Sanction Jordan is also waiting to hear back from his very first job interview.
I heard fuck all. Doing my head in thinking about it, to be honest. Until I get a phone call off him. I just can't be asked to talk about it, mate, 'cause it's just getting me more and more fucking wound up.
Jordan's worried that his appearance on the day might have let him down, particularly his tattoos.
That's 1, that's 2, and that's the half. There isn't any more for years.
This one,
that's fuck all, piss off. My uncle's a prick for making me do it. As you can see, it turned out rather shit and horrible. He thought it'd be a good idea. I says, yeah, you can do it as long as you do it small. I thought he was going to do it about this big, there. No, he does it all the way down my arm when I'm pissed out my face. What an arsehole. And it didn't even come out properly.
But it's more important than ever that Jordan starts bringing in the cash. His mate Luke won't be able to bail him out for too much longer, as he'll soon get a benefits house all of his own with his new girlfriend, Jordan's sister.
My woman ain't back till Thursday.
Your woman is my sister.
Hey!
Your girlfriend.
Either less, I'm with your sister. Accept the fact that we are going to
Don't call my sister your woman.
She is my woman.
Luke's life is about to change dramatically, because in a few months, he'll be a daddy.
She took care of me while I was drunk. Had a New Year's Eve party. She texted me saying she needed no help her because she didn't know anyone that was here. And then I met her. And then we had sex. And then we made a baby. And now we've got a very strong relationship.
Where did you have sex?
3-4 different places in the flat.
Where? Where was the one that I was pissed off about?
Your bedroom?
Whereabouts in my bedroom?
On your bed.
Exactly.
I can't take
my
on
fucking
can't
bed.
take on the wardrobe, can I?
Sweating over my sister.
Ah.
Dirty bastard.
Jordan's life could be changing too, but only if the call from the caravan park is good news.
Hello. Stressed out because I've been waiting for this phone call since like 9 o'clock this morning. I was stressing out in case I don't get it.
In Great Yarmouth, the holiday season is just beginning. 30-year-old Dean has secured another stint at the caravan park. After months on the dole, he's finally out of his mother's hair.
Right, Mum, I'm off.
Bye.
I'm off.
Bye.
See you later.
During the season, Dean will work anything up to 100 hours a week because he knows that come the winter, he'll be back on the dole again.
I hate being out of work, don't like it. I just get bored so easily. I'd rather be in work, rather be doing work than just sitting on my arse. Because that is what I do. There is nothing in Yarmouth. You go out there and look for stuff, but there's nothing there, so you end up being in a rut, just sitting on your arse. Been here 3 years, it's the same cycle year after year. I'll be back in here next year, most probably. It's the same cycle. It's not my fault, the only job I can find is seasonal. But if I was somewhere else in the city or something, I'd be in a full-time job. I know I would. It's just where I am.
But while Dean knuckles down to a hard-working holiday season, Lee is still looking for a job.
Lee was doing a 30-day work trial, which he overturned, and I was just helping his mates for free, just getting back out of the house and looking for jobs. He goes and helps one of his mates once or twice a week. Buys him his breakfast, buys him a pack of fags.
Even though they're still skint, Portia's mum and dad have managed to sort out some of their problems.
Well, we had a big old argument and then we just got everything out and sorted it from there, didn't we? It's less stressful, it's calmer, it's better on her. A lot better on her, because she don't have to deal with her parents arguing with each other 24/7 because of stuff that's really halfly not in their power to sort.
Until Lee finds paid work, Leona's had to become an expert in juggling her benefits money.
It's easier than people make out to live on benefits, in my personal opinion. If they ain't got drug habits, drink habits, or splash the money on stupid stuff, then it's easy. I think it's easy to live on benefits. It's livable. It's manageable. You can, you don't get treats and you don't get to go out and stuff, but you're living. You're still managing to live. If I could feed 3 of us a dog, clothe Portia every month, get a new clothes every month, get a new toys, we can still manage to pay his bills and still manage to be able to smoke, then I don't see why people are finding it hard to pay the rent or pay for the food on benefits, because we can do it all, so why can't they? And I can do it with a kid.
But a life on benefits is not the kind of future Leona dreams about.
Lee, I'd love to see him working properly, I'd love it. I think that's what proper families are about. Daddy goes to work, Mummy looks after the house and makes us dinner and looks after the noisy little sproglets. And Daddy brings him the money. And then Mummy and the babies spend it. Yes, we do.
Money is occupying Jordan's mind too. Sick of being skint, he's anxiously waiting to hear whether he can finally wave goodbye to the dole queue.
Hello. Yep. Stressed out because I've been waiting for this phone call since like 9 o'clock this morning. I was stressing out in case I don't get it. You'd love me to join you? Mate, I'd love to come and join you as well. All right, cheers, mate. All right, thank you. Cheers, bye. I got a job. I got a job. Shit, I've just realised it's messed up all the... But I know I've got to pay rent. For the first time in my life, I have to actually pay rent. It feels good to know that I've got a job and that I ain't going to be on benefits for much longer. All I want is to like do well at this job, finish the season, finish the job, go back next year, do it all again, a different routine, hopefully a few promotions open up, and I'll be like, yes, sweet. All I want is to prove to everyone out there that ever doubted me that I'm not the twat they all thought I was growing up. And do you know the worst thing? I now want to go get pissed. But unfortunately, I ain't got no fucking money to do so.
There's been good news for Lee and Leona. After 6 years on the dole, Lee's got a job as a scaffolder. But the unemployment figures in Great Yarmouth won't be going down, because Jordan's quit his job and is back living on the dole.
Later this week's parents struggling with their kids' aggressive behaviour. My Violent Child is brand new on Wednesday night at 9. Next tonight on Channel 5, Kimberly and Helen are faking plans in Deception HQ. The Loo, Big Brother, after the break.